basketball fans, and welcome back. We're here for the second game we are covering tonight in the auxiliary gym, the Red Zone Junior, if you will. It's 8th grade girls basketball, the home opener between the Lady Aces and the Lady Bulldogs of Hicksville. And just got back, I had to go grab the rosters, so we're a little short on the pregame. Rosie Schwartz jumping it off center, tip controlled. Well, not by anybody. Jump ball. Rosie hit it first, so I'm going to guess it'll be Edgerton's ball. But we'll see. Starting five for the Edgerton Bulldogs. Number 15, Casey Leppelmeyer. Number 20, Emma Siebenaller. Number 21, Madison Smith. Number 23, Lydia Adams. Number 24, Allie Kate. They're going to re-jump it between the two girls who tied it up. And that's going to be controlled by Edgerton. We'll get the starting five for the Lady Aces here shortly. Down into the corner. Kick back and out of bounds. Starting five for the Lady Aces. Out on the floor, we've got number 33. That's Kennedy Valena. Also number 22. That's Natalie Svensson. Also getting the start tonight, number 50. Reagan Neihalt. Reagan Neihalt. And number 20, Rosie Schwartz. And number 14, Janice Green. Shot is up and good. And I didn't see who made the shot, but the Aces.
That was Rosie.
Rosie Schwartz, I'm told, by Kate on the camera. So we've got that out of the way. Let's start paying attention to the game here. Under the bucket, shot is up off the iron. No good. Rebound bounced around. And we're going to have a foul underneath the basket. Aces jump out to the early 2-0 lead. That's going to be on number 22. It'll be Swenson. Picks up her first foul. Team foul number 1. Bounce pass in. I'll work it around the perimeter. That's Smith with the ball. Number 24, That's Kate. Shots up and no good. And here we come the other way with Swenson. Natalie bounce pass to Kennedy Valena. Off the hands of Neihalt and out of bounds. Adams inbounds the ball to Cape. And Allie will bring it up. Cape passes across court to Siebenaller. Back to Smith. Smith to Leppelmeyer, and we're going to have a whistle. That will also be on the Aces. That's team foul number 2. 4:27. Brief stoppage of play while Green ties her shoe. Ball gets inbounded. Underneath the hoop. Puts it up. Bounces around. No good. Rebound comes down. Put back up. And we'll have another whistle. Leppelmeyer put up the initial shot. Bounced around on the rim. Wouldn't go down. And we'll have another foul underneath the hoop on the rebound on the Aces. So they've quickly racked up 3 team fouls. And they're going to bring out Natalie Swenson because she picked up her second. Inbounds to Smith. Smith looking for some help. Bounce pass to Leppelmeyer. Leppelmeyer puts up the hook shot. No good. Rebound comes down, and now it's Cape. Cape puts it up on the run. No good. That's rebound going to be grabbed by Keysbury. Keysbury gets the ball. It's caught by Neihalt, and back to Keysbury. Down to Schwartz. Schwartz drives baseline, puts it up short. No good. Rebound Edgerton. Here come the Lady Bulldogs. On the run, lays it up, and no good. And we're going to have a foul and 2 shots, and Lydia Adams going to go to the line for the Lady Bulldogs. Chance to draw her team even. Pretty fast-moving game so far. Not a lot of scoring, but a lot of action. Adams' first shot off the back of the iron, no good. Quick substitution as Faith Herman will come in, and Leppelmeyer will have a seat. Second shot for Adams is good. So Adams gets her first point of the night. It's a 2-1 game. Cuts the lead in half. Schwartz inbounds to Nyhelt. Nyhelt over to Keysbury. Serenity hurls it down. It's gathered up. Goes in. Schwartz puts it up off glass and good. Schwartz makes it 4-1. Siebenaller over to Smith. Smith back to Adams. And they'll work it around the perimeter. Driving baseline puts it up. No good for Allie Cape. And Cape will go to the line as the Aces rack up team foul number 4. Allie Cape at the line. 3:11 to go here in the opening quarter. Cape's first one's good. Nothing but net. Makes it 4-2. And in for the Aces, number 23, Sam Post. And number 3, Emily Smith. Cape's second shot is also good. Cape gets them both. Post, long inbounds to Nyhelt. Nyhelt to Valena. Valena drives down to the baseline. Kennedy puts it up, and she's going to be fouled. So that's going to be the first team foul on the Bulldogs. And Kennedy Valena will shoot a couple. First one, no good. Kennedy's second shot is good. Makes it 5-3. Here comes Cape. Bounce pass, and it's going to be off her hands. She bounced past it quickly to McNally, and McNally tried to pop it right back to Cape, and it went off Cape's hands and out of bounds. Postal inbounds it, and Serenity Keysbury brings it across the timeline. Keysbury tries to rocket it down to Valena. It's off her hands, and it's another turnover. And here comes Cape the other way for Edgerton. Cape pulls up, and it'll be a travel. Passed it to Siebenaller. Siebenaller lifted both feet and turns it over. 2:41 to go in quarter number 1, and the Aces get the ball back. Keysbury. Again, a hard pass to Valena, and again off Kennedy's hands and into the arms of one of the Edgerton defenders. Cape takes it across half court, looks things over. Cape feeds it down to Siebenaller. Cross-court pass, knocked out of there by Valena, picked up by Nyhelt. Nyhelt, but has it stolen away by Cape, and it goes out of bounds. And she touched it last, so the Aces will get it back. Long inbounds pass. It's loose on the floor, and it'll be a... I'm not sure if it's a travel or they're going to call the timeout. All right. I think that he called the timeout before the referee could call either the trade. It could have been a travel. It could have been the over and back, too, laying there on the half-court line. But they'll take the timeout. Quick 30-second one. As we've definitely got a little more up-tempo game with the 8th grade girls. It'll be Edgerton's ball. Faith Herman, number 22, set to handle the inbound chores. Herman gets it in to Cape. Cape drives baseline, feeds it in, up off glass and no good. Valena comes up with it for the Lady Aces. Valena on the sideline. And she's going to get whistled for the foul. Well, not foul. Edgerton is going to get whistled for the foul as he was forced out of bounds. I think that one's going to go on Faith Herman, number 22. Inbounds to Keysbury. Keysbury guarded by Kate. And she traveled. Shifted her feet when she threw the ball over, got that overhead pass. 1:50 to go in quarter number one. And we've been stuck on this 5-3 score for a while here. Here comes Allie Cape for the Edgerton Bulldogs. Back to Cape down in the corner, underneath, up off glass, and good. Lydia Adams with her first bucket of the night, and that ties it up at 5. Keysbury calling out the play. Takes it inside the arc to Valena. Kennedy back to Keysbury. Keysbury bounce pass to Valena. Valena from three-point land, off the iron, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, scooped up by the Aces to Post, and Post's going to get fouled. And she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Sam Post. Fouled trying to put up the rebound. And Sam's going to shoot a couple with 1:10. And the game tied at 5. 1:10 left in the first quarter. And the game tied at 5. Post's first shot, no good. Substitutions on both sides. As number 21, Katie Brisky, comes in for the Lady Aces. We'll try to pick up the others as we go along. Post's second shot is no good. And Valena gets whistled for the lane violation. So ball goes to the Bulldogs. Casey Leppelmeyer back into the game. Inbounds it to McNally. McNally across half court. McNally over to Smith. And out of bounds, I think off of, I think it was last touched by Post. So we'll bring over Leppelmeyer to do the inbounds. She'll get it in to Smith. Smith, guarded by Brisky. She'll hand it off to Siebenaller. Knocked away. Smith gets it back. Back out to Piccolo in the game, number 14. Over to McNally. McNally back to Piccolo. Piccolo drives in, puts it up. No good. Scooped up, and shot on the other side is also no good. That's going to be last touched, I think, by Schwartz, and out of bounds. It'll stay with Edgerton. 32.5 seconds in quarter number one. Inbounds, quick shot, up and good. It's a long 3 for Smith.
Long 2.
Long two, excuse me. I meant to say a long 2. And we're going to have a double dribble on Brisky, and that'll turn it over. So the Bulldogs up by 2 now, 7-5, and they get the ball back. Leppelmeyer inbounds it to McNally. McNally over to Smith. Ball's loose. Schwartz comes up with it. We're going to have a whistle and a push. And that's going to be on Edgerton. That'll be their 4th team foul. So now 5 team fouls for Hicksville and 4 for Edgerton. 12.8 seconds to go in quarter number one. Inbounds to Brisky. Brisky takes it across the timeline. Shoots it down to Schwartz. Schwartz drives in. Rosie on the baseline. Up and good. 6 points now for Schwartz. And that's the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, and Piccolo is coming off a little gimpy for Edgerton. And after one, we're tied 7 points each in this 8th grade girls basketball game here on Hicksville Community Television. Glad to have you with us, and we want to take some time here between quarters to say a big thank you, as we always do, to our Lady Aces basketball broadcast underwriter, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, throughout the entire school year. All of our Aces sports broadcasts are underwritten by the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Their financial underwriting support helps offset our costs to go on the road sometimes, and also for our volunteers. It's nice to be able to, these kids volunteer their time, so we like to be able to get them a slice of pizza or a pop every now and then. And again, it's all made possible thanks to the generous support of the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. So if you see Jim or his lovely wife Carol or any of his employees, next time you stop by either one of the great dealerships right here in Hicksville, let them know how much you appreciate and enjoy watching the Aces sports coverage here on Hicksville Community Television and on the HIX-TV channel on YouTube, because they're the ones that make it possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. 6 minutes on the second quarter clock, and here we go. Schwartz inbounds to Villena. And we're underway. Schwartz on the wing. Rosie stops at the free throw line, bounces it in. Turn around, put up, and it's no good. Shot put up by Green. And Green's going to go to the line. That's team foul number 5. They were waiting to see if it was going to go through, because it would have counted if it had. Tied at 7, and Janice Green with a chance to break the tie for the Lady Aces. Shots up and no good. Green gets a second one. Misses that one. Nyhawk almost with the rebound, but Edgerton comes up with it. Quickly down to the other end. Smith down into the corner. Back to Smith. Bounce pass underneath the bucket. Turnaround jumper no good. But it'll be a foul on Adams, and she'll go to the line. Lydia Adams making another trip to the free throw line. And that's team foul number 6. So after this, the Lady Bulldogs are going to be shooting 1-1. First shot, no good. Adams will get a second. It was a shooting foul, so she gets 2. Faith Herman and Casey Lumpelmeyer coming back into the game for Edgerton. Also into the game, number 25, Ayla Myers for Hicksville. Second shot, no good. Schwartz with the ball. Loses the handle. And it's going to be an over in the back. Over and back. So it'll be a turnover. Ball got away from Schwartz, and she just sort of stopped for a minute there. It was grabbed by one of the Edgerton girls, who then threw it back across the half-court line to her teammate. Schwartz gets it into Villena. Villena. Down low, shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Adams for Edgerton. Down low into the corner, inside, shot up by Leppelmeyer, off glass and good. Leppelmeyer with her first bucket of the night, and that makes it 9-7. Edgerton. Schwartz inbounds it to Villena. Knocked away from Scher. Scher gets it right back. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And that one's going to be, I think, on Leppelmeyer. And that's team foul number 6. So both squads are going to be shooting 1+1 after this. Inbounds to Villena. Villena takes it inside the arc, backs it right back out, goes up to the top for the key. And we're going to have 5-second call. They hang on to the ball a little too long and turn it over, and we're going to have timeout called by the Lady Aces. Coach Mann. Quick 30-second timeout. Again, Hicksville trailing by a bucket, 9-7. Both the Bulldogs and the Lady Aces, 16 fouls. So any infractions committed between now and halftime will send either team to the line. Lady Aces will break huddle. On the floor for them, Rosie Schwartz, number 20. Number 25, Ayla Myers. Number 10, Michaela Keeley. Number 33, Kennedy Valena. And number 14, Janice Green. And here come the Lady Bulldogs. And off to Siebenaller. Siebenaller gets it back over to Smith. Smith takes it out top. Passes it over to Herman. Back to Smith. Smith to Siebenaller. Siebenaller down low. Up off glass and good for Leppelmeyer. Nice play, and it's 11-7. Aces now down by 4. 4 minutes to go before halftime. Valena pulls up, pulls the trigger, off the iron, no good. Meyer tries to put it back up, also no good. Rebound comes down to Edgerton. Smith down into the corner, back to back to Herman. And Herman's shot is good. Faith Herman makes it 13-7. Schwartz backing it in. And we're going to have a foul called. And that'll be 1-1, and that should send Rosie to the line. Post comes back into the game, as does Emily Smith for the Aces. Ayla Myers will come out and get a breather, and also coming out will be number 10, Michaela Keeley. Rosie Schwartz at the line. Clock stop 3:28. Schwartz hits the front end. That's 7 points now for Rosie tonight. She's got 7 of the Aces' 8. And she'll get the bonus. Puts it up. No good. Rebound comes down to Leppelmeyer. Leppelmeyer throws it off to Smith. Smith across half court. And Edgerton. Smith to Siebenaller. Back to Smith. Inside Leppelmeyer. Up no good. Schwartz gets the board. Rosie almost loses the handle. She's going to go coast to coast. Gets it under control. Puts it up. Tries to throw it across to her teammate. It's picked off by Siebenaller. Siebenaller throws it over to Smith, and Smith comes back the other way. Leppelmeyer from just inside the three-point arc, no good. Smith gets the board. Siebenaller stolen away by Schwartz. Schwartz cross to Post. Post to bounce pass to Valena. 2:38 left in the half. Valena tries to get it down low. It's stolen away. We're going to have another whistle. And we'll see. We'll go to the other end. Smith was fouled. And so she will go to the line to shoot 1-1. Madison Smith gets the front end. 3 points for Madison. Makes it 14-8. She'll get the second one. 2:33 to go in the first half. Gets the second one. That makes it 15-8. Aces ready to get the ball back. Schwartz gets the ball, gets a little instruction from the referee there. And we're going to have a reach around, and that'll be a foul on Herman. Oh, excuse me, on Adams. We'll go down to the other end. It took about a second off the clock. 2:30 left in this first half. And at the line will be Natalie Swenson. She'll shoot 1+1. And Natalie stepped on the line. So the line violation erases the 1+1 opportunity for the Aces. Chance to close the gap with the clock stopped. And Edgerton gets the ball back. Swenson guarding Cape, almost losing the ball. Partially blocked. Corralled on the baseline. Shot up, no good. And that one's going to wind up going out of bounds eventually. And I think it's going to stay with Edgerton. Siebenaller gets the ball inbounds quickly. Put up by Leppelmeyer. No good. Second shot's no good. Now Schwartz is involved in a wrestling match underneath the basket. It'll be a one-on-one. And it'll stay with Edgerton. Coming into the game for the Lady Bulldogs, Hannah Warner, number 30. Adams inbounds it to Kate, and Kate's going to get waved off for the travel. So Kate travels, and the Aces finally get the ball back. 2:02 to go before halftime. They trail by 7. Schwartz inbounds it to Swenson. Swenson down to Smith. Smith gets it in to Green. Green tries to put it up. It's knocked away. It comes up in the hands of Adams. Adams back to Cape. Cape takes it across half court. Throws it down to Herman. Herman back to Cape in the corner. And a double dribble. .135 to go here. Schwartz inbounds it to Swenson. Swenson takes it across the timeline. Over to Schwartz on the wing. Back to Swenson, top of the key. Swenson to Nyhelt, to Schwartz, baseline. Rosie tips it over, up off glass, and good for Green. 15-10 now, with about a minute to go before halftime. Cape with the ball, kicks it back out to Warner. Warner back to Cape. Cape feeds it inside to Adams, puts it up, no good. Now we're going to have a whistle. 2-shot foul as people hit the floor. He'll be on number 20. That'll be Schwartz, who's limping around a little bit. Lydia Adams will be at the line shooting 2 with 55.8 seconds to go. First one short, no good. They're going to send Brisky in. Schwartz can go over and rest that ankle a little bit. She came up a little gimpy after that last play. Adams will have their second shot. No good. That'll be Nyhelt that jumped off, and so she'll get another shot at it. So she'll get a second shot. And that one's no good. Rebound comes down to Green. And it's loose on the floor. It's stolen away, put up and off glass, and good for Leppelmeyer. 6 points now for Casey. 45 seconds. Swenson across the timeline for the Lady Aces. Bounce pass to Brisky. Inside to Nyhelt. She tries to put it up, no good, and she'll be fouled. I think that one's going to go on Lydia Adams, and that should send Reagan to the line. Indeed, it does. 17-10. Reagan Nyhelt on the line, at the line. Up. No good. Aces are now 2 away from being in the double bonus. 8th team foul on the Edgerton Bulldogs. Second shot is good. So Nyhalt gets her first point of the night. 34 seconds. And Edgerton take a little air out of it. Up, no good. Rebound up, and gets the roll and goes down for Faith Herman. Makes it 19-11 with 15 seconds to go before halftime. Losing the handle of the ball is Swenson. Nyhelt travels. She gets the ball back from her teammate and takes a step before dribbling. So we go back to the Lady Bulldogs. An 8-point lead and 10 seconds to go before halftime. Quick handoff. Back. Piccolo. Shot is no good. And that one is going to be, I think, on Nyhelt. I think they called number 50. 9th team foul on the Lady Aces in this first half. First shot from Piccolo is good. Makes it 20-11. And she'll have a second one. And doesn't get the roll there. Valena saves it. Nyhelt gets it to Swenson, and time expires. And that's the end of the first half. And after one, it's the Lady Bulldogs of Edgerton leading Hicksville's Lady Aces in this 8th grade girls basketball game by a score of 20-11. It's halftime. We're going to take a break. We invite you to stay with us, so we'll be back with all the exciting second half play-by-play coming your way right here on HIX-TV. Just about a minute away from getting the second half underway in this girls' 8th grade basketball game. And again, our halftime score, it's the Lady Bulldogs of Edgerton leading the Lady Aces of Hicksville 20-11. First half scoring, it's unofficial. First, the Aces on the short end of the score. They were led by Rosie Schwartz, 3 buckets and a free throw, 7 points in the first half. There was a bucket and 2 for Janice Green, and a free throw and 1 point each for Kennedy Valena and Reagan Nyhelt. On the Edgerton Bulldogs side, their leading scorer in the first half, Casey Leppelmeyer, with 3 buckets for 6. 4 points each for Madison Smith and Faith Herman. 3 for Lydia Adams, 2 for Allie Cape, and 1 off a free throw for Carol Piccolo. And we are underway. And it's out of bounds on the far side. It'll stay with the Aces. Rosie Schwartz gets it into Swenson. Swenson, bounce pass to Valena. Valena drives baseline, tries to put it up. Runs into Adams. And it'll be fouled in the act of shooting, so Kennedy Valena will go to the line. And that'll be team foul number 1 on Edgerton for the second half. Valena's first shot is good. They'll take Adams out. I think that might be Lydia's 3rd foul. Valena, second shot, also good. So Kennedy Valena, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Cape with the ball for Edgerton. Cape drives in, bounce pass. Tries to feed it down low to Herman. Herman kicks it out to Madison Smith, who puts it up. No good, and we'll have a jump ball, and that should stay with the Bulldogs. We'll bring in Siebenaller to get the ball inbounds, and almost goes out of bounds. Cape manages to save it, but she gets tied up by Valena. It'll be a jump ball, and Schwartz will inbound it now. Swenson tries to power it down. It's off the hands of Cape and out of bounds, so it should stay with the Lady Aces. Rosie Schwartz still looking a little gimpy on one ankle. She gets it inbound to Valena. Valena kicks it out to Swenson at the top of the key. Swenson looking for some help, and she traveled. So on the turnover, inbounds to Cape. Cape gets it down low to Smith, right back to Cape. Cape tries to drive through, and the ball is loose on the floor and goes out of bounds. Emma Siebenaller getting ready to inbounds. Siebenaller looking for some help. Alley-oop ball. Nobody's paying attention to the ball. Picked up, quickly put up, no good. Cape misses the rebound. It's loose on the floor. It'll be a jump ball. Like Swenson was in a tussle with Leppelmeyer for it. They'll bring Swenson out. And Keysbury back in the game for the Lady Aces. Inbounds is good to Herman. Herman gets it out to Cape. Cape drives into the paint, puts up the layup, no good. Cape goes up high for the rebound, gets tied up with Valena. It'll be a jump ball, and this one goes to the Aces. Schwartz with the inbounds to Keysbury. Keysbury gets the ball knocked out of bounds. Both Cape and Siebenaller had a piece of that one. Schwartz, long inbounds to Keysbury. Keysbury drags it in, loses the handle. It's going to get picked off. We're going to have a tie-up between Schwartz and Leppelmeyer. And that one will go back to the Edgerton Bulldogs. Long pass down, and it's stolen away. Over to Valena, over her head, and out of bounds. Too much on the pass. Kennedy couldn't get up high enough to catch it. And it'll be back into the hands of the Edgerton Bulldogs. Allie Cape with the ball. Guarded by Schwartz. Cape gets around her, feeds it off to Smith. Smith looking around. Over to Siebenaller. Siebenaller will hold it for a second. They'll try to get it down low. It's going to be knocked loose. And Schwartz comes up with it for the Lady Aces. Schwartz over to Valena. Valena hangs on. Bounce pass to Schwartz. Schwartz hangs on to it. Volleyballs it, and it's picked up by Cape. Cape to Smith. Down low to Siebenaller. Up, no good. Follow-up is up and good by Faith Herman. So Herman with the first bucket of the half for Edgerton. Makes it 22-13. Valena launches it from the three-point range. No good. Rebound comes up to Green. Green is going to get waylaid, and we'll say she traveled, so we'll turn it back over to the Bulldogs. Back into the game now, Smith and Sam Post, as both Green and Schwartz will have a seat. Cape with the ball for Edgerton. She'll pull up and launch it from just outside the free throw line. There'll be a tie-up underneath between Nyhelt and one of the Edgerton players. I think that was Leppelmeyer. Possession arrow points to the Aces. Post inbounds it to Valena. And we're back in action. 3:17 to go in quarter number 3. Just about halfway through. Valena throws it out of bounds. Smith couldn't reach it in time. And it'll be another turnover to the Lady Bulldogs. Allie Cape again handling the ball over to Siebenaller. And Siebenaller travels. So the Lady Aces will get it back with 3:03 to go. Inbounds to Valena. Valena feeds it down to Smith. Smith looking for some help. Smith gets it down to Berkheimer. We'll have a whistle and a foul. Number 15, Taylor Berkheimer, in for the Lady Aces. We didn't mention her coming in. It'll be Hicksville's ball underneath the basket. Post. Long inbounds to Valena. Valena launches it from three-point land. It's short, out of bounds, and it'll go right back over to the Edgerton Bulldogs. Inbounds to Allie Cape. Cape launches it down to Piccolo. Piccolo back to Cape. Underneath the Leppelmeyer. She loses it, gets it back. Leppelmeyer puts it up off glass and good. Casey Leppelmeyer now with 8 points on the night. Kennedy Valena, top of the key, bounce pass to Keysbury. Blocked. Gets it right back. Keysbury to Valena. Again from three-point land off the glass. No good. Smith underneath. Picks it up. There's nobody there. And it's Siebenaller who lays it up and lays it in. Easy 2 points. And timeout called by the Aces. 26-13. The Aces down by 13 here in quarter number 3. A full 1 minute timeout. Been a pretty clean game so far here in the opening minutes of the third quarter. Only 2 fouls committed by the Bulldogs and only 1 from the Aces. But again, back on their heels, and the Aces have been outscored so far in this third quarter 6-2. Only points have come from Kennedy Valena from the free throw line. The Aces have yet to hit a field goal here in this second half. We should make mention, too, as this is being recorded, this is Thursday, the 19th of November. And this is the start of our basketball coverage for the 2015-16 school year here on Hicksville Community Television. We'll be back in action tomorrow night on the 20th for the girls' high school home opener with the varsity and JV squads in action. Looking forward to that. Sam Post inbounds to Kennedy Valena. We're back in action as we're closing in on 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Double team. Valena throws it across and out of bounds. And it'll be another turnover to the Bulldogs. 2 minutes to go. Allie Cape launches it across to Piccolo. Piccolo loses the handle, gets it right back. Piccolo down into the corner to Cape. Cape. Siebenaller puts it up underneath the rim. Leppelmeyer with the putback, and that one's good. Leppelmeyer now in double figures with 10. Carly Schur getting ready to check in for the Lady Aces here at the next break. Cross court. Valena grabs the ball from Smith. Bounce pass, scooped up by Berkheimer, down low. They kick it back out. Berkheimer gets a hold of it. She goes down and travels. Substitution is again Carly Schur is going to come in for Berkheimer, I believe. For Smith. And Schwartz will come back in for Brisky. And it will be Bulldogs ball on the side court there, right in front of the Aces bench. Inbounds to Cape. We're back in action, 1:09, and the clock rolling. Cape down in the corner, cross courts it. Ball's loose on the floor, jump ball called. She threw it to McNally. McNally couldn't handle the ball, bounced off her knee, rolled onto the floor. It'll be a jump ball. And possession arrow points to Edgerton. Hannah Warner gets it in to Cape. Cape puts it up, no good. And we're going to have another jump ball. And that'll be Ace's ball. With 55.3 seconds. Schwartz gets it into Brisky. Brisky gets it taken away. Pass intercepted by Cape, who lays it up and lays it in. Allie Cape with the easy bucket. Aces go back on offense. Katie Brisky. Down to Schwartz. Schwartz feeds it inside to Post. Sam Post up off glass and good. Post gets the bucket. Makes it 28-15. And Cape hands it off to McNally. McNally flips it to Warner. Warner back to Cape. Knocked out of bounds by Berkheimer. Stay with the Bulldogs with 9.9 seconds left to go in the quarter. Leppelmeyer inbounds it to McNally, who puts it up off the iron and no good. Leppelmeyer's putback no good. And Scher comes out with it and runs out of time, and that's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the Aces are on the short end of the score. The Lady Bulldogs doubling them up, 30-15. Now we'll take a break here. Get ready for the last 6 minutes of basketball here this evening. A couple of quick-moving games. We do want to thank once again our basketball broadcast underwriters, Jim Schmidt Family of Automotive Dealerships, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, the brand new dealership that they have. Looking mighty sharp if you haven't had a chance to go out there and check it out. Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt truck lot. And of course, you can check out all of the cars, all the vehicles. The complete selection is online at jimschmidtauto.com. Here we go. It'll be, I think, Ace's ball. Well, we'll see. No, it might be Edgerton's ball to start the fourth quarter. It is. Faith Herman inbounds it to Allie Cape. Cape hands it off to Herman. Herman over to Siebenaller. Siebenaller bounce pass down low to Leppelmeyer. She almost loses it. Turn around, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Adams, up, no good. It comes down to Nyholt. Nyholt gets it away. And it was almost like a wrestling match between Reagan Nyholt and Natalie Swenson. Either way, it's the Aces ball, out of bounds. 5:36 left to go in the game. Schwartz inbounds it to Swenson. Swenson checks behind her. Gets it across the timeline. Swenson to Schwartz on the wing. Schwartz drives down baseline. Rosie puts it up too hot over the top. Nyholt gets it back. Swenson will take it back out. Swenson back to Schwartz through her hands and out of bounds. Casey Leppelmeyer inbounds it to Cape. Cape quickly down to the wing. Hands it off to Herman. Herman to Siebenaller. Siebenaller drives into the paint, puts it up, no good. And we'll have a foul. And that's going to be on Green. And they're going to let Siebenaller shoot 2. 5:02 left in the game. And Emma Siebenaller at the line for the Edgerton Bulldogs. Her first shot, no good. She'll get one more. Second shot, no good. And it'll be the Aces ball, out of bounds. Again, 5:02 left in the game. Swenson gets the inbounds from Schwartz. Swenson across the timeline. Bounce pass to Valena. Valena inside. Nyholt, no good. Saved on the baseline inbounds Adams flips it back to Kate, and she'll bring it up. Going the other way for the Bulldogs. Kate to Siebenoller. Siebenoller to Herman. And Herman back to Kate. Kate drives into the paint, lays it up, and good. Nice play and a nice looking shot from Allie Cape. Makes it 32-15. Swenson bounce passes it into Green. Green back to Swenson, to Valena, back to Swenson. Swenson, bounce pass, and in front of Valena and out of bounds. Coming into the game, number 10, Michaela Keeley. And also coming in, I believe, is Ayla Myers, as both Schwartz and Nyhart will sit down. Kate down in the corner, underneath. Adams up and good. Lydia Adams with a bucket. That gives her 5 for the night. 34-15. Swenson facing off against Post. And Post dives for it, and we're going to have a timeout. We'll see if they call the timeout before the jump ball. It's going to be the Aces ball on the sideline. They didn't call the timeout fast enough. Valena inbounds it to Swenson. 3:35 left in the contest. Aces down by 19. Picked off. Up and good. Faith Herman with another bucket. That gives her 8 on the night. And it's a 21-point lead now, 36-15. Swenson throws it right to Siebenoller. Siebenoller up, kisses it off the glass, no good. Put back, no good. And we're going to have a foul, and that's going to send Faith Herman to the line to shoot 2. That'll be team foul number 3 on the Aces. A lot of fouls in the first half, not so many in the second half. First shot, no good. Herman will have one more. 2:58 to go. And again, substitutions for the Aces. Swenson will come out. And in will be a number 4, Serenity Keysbury. Faith Herman with one more free throw to go here. And that one's no good. The rebound comes down. And we're going to have a travel. Bodies flying everywhere. Bulldogs got their hands on the board, but traveled. So it'll be the Aces ball. Keysbury will inbounds it to Valena. Bulldogs will drop back. They'll be content to play defense here. They don't need to put pressure on. Berkheimer to Keysbury. Keysbury hanging us on, and we'll have a whistle. And that one's going to be called on Piccolo. It'll be team foul number 4 on the Bulldogs. Again, common foul, so Aces will have it out of bounds. Inbounds to Valena. She'll have to reset here. Kennedy. And we're going to have a timeout and injury, as we've got an Edgerton player with a twisted ankle, who they will tend to. And so while they're dealing with the injured player on the court, we will take a break, and we'll be back with you and back in action when play resumes here on HIX-TV. Oh, looks like they got her up, so I guess we don't need to step aside. Bless you, Kate.
Thank you.
2:38 to go in the game. And again, the Edgerton Bulldogs with a comfortable 21-point lead over the Aces at this point. 36-15. It'll be Hicksville's ball. Side court down in front of us. Inbounds to Kennedy Volena. Pass down and pass deflected as they try to go down low. We're going to have another tie-up and a jump ball. That was between Berkheimer and Herman. And it'll be Edgerton's ball on the possession arrow. As Post and Scher will come back in. Myers will step out. As will inbounds quickly down court, and I don't think it was intentional, but Post got her hand on it and knocked it out of bounds. I think there was a little confusion on that last substitution by the Aces, so back into action. Piccolo throwing it back to Herman, back to Piccolo. Piccolo driving in, kicks it back out, down low, and we're going to have a foul as they fed the ball down to Leppelmeyer. And she's going to go to the line with 2:12 left in the game. Team foul number 4 on the Aces, and it'll be a 2-shot foul for Casey Leppelmeyer. Misses it. She'll have one more. Leppelmeyer's second shot, also no good. Post grabs the rebound, gets it off to Volena. Kennedy takes it down court quickly. Looking for some help, gets it back to Post. Post drives in underneath the basket, puts it up, no good. She's fouled. So Sam Post will go to the line with 1:58. She'll shoot 2, and that's team foul number 5 on the Bulldogs. Sam Post, no good. At the back of the iron, she'll get one more. Sam's second shot, no good. Rebound grabbed by Herman, gets it off to Piccolo. Piccolo guarded by Post and kicks it back in. It's picked up by Smith. Smith to Piccolo. Piccolo's going to line up for a 3-ball. No good. McNally grabs the board. Gets it back over to Herman. Herman back out on top to McNally with 1:30. Piccolo looking for some help. Kicks it back out to Smith. Smith will take it out to the top of the key as they'll let the air out a little bit. Shot up, no good. Rebound under the basket, McNally. McNally out to Smith, who puts it up, no good. Another shot and another foul. That one's going to be on Volena with 1:10 left in the game. It's going to put Faith Herman at the line. Herman's first shot, no good. She'll get one more. That's team foul number 5 on the Aces, by the way. Herman's second shot is no good. Out of bounds. And that's going to be Edgerton's ball. Last touch by Hicksville. 1:07, and the Bulldogs are going to get another crack. Quick inbounds up, no good. Post grabs the rebound, and they're going to tie her up again. I guess Edgerton just wants to keep this game going. And, he got the foul on it at that time, so Herman picks up the foul. That'll be team foul number 6 on the Bulldogs. So next we'll put the Aces into the bonus to shoot 1-1. Leppelmeyer knocks it out of bounds. I'd have thought they'd have just let him get the rebound and drop back on defense, up by 21 points instead of battling for the board, but that's just me. Lenny gets the inbounds. We're under a minute. Kennedy into traffic. Leppelmeyer. And we're going to have a foul and a push. That's going to be on number 50 for the Aces. And that'll be Hicksville's 6th team foul. That's Reagan Neihart, by the way, who picked that foul up. McNally with the ball for the Lady Bulldogs over to Piccolo. Piccolo down into the corner. That's Smith. Smith brings it out, top of the key with 40 seconds left to go in the game. Smith down low. Back out to Piccolo. Piccolo for 3, no good. Rebound comes back out. And we're going to have another jump ball. And that should go the Aces' way, I believe. 28.5 seconds. Nope, it'll be Edgerton's ball. I stand corrected. Edgerton bounce pass into Piccolo. Piccolo back out to Herman, back to Piccolo. Piccolo still with the ball, 20 seconds to go. Piccolo better watch out. Gets it away at the last minute. Last second, I should say, to Smith. Smith back out to McNally. McNally drives in and puts it up off glass. No good. Rebound bouncing around. And Scher winds up with it for the Aces. Knocked away by Leppelmeyer, and that's the ball game. Final score, it's the Edgerton Bulldogs defeating the Hicksville Lady Aces by a score of 36-15. Well, they got the score off the scoreboard mighty fast. I guess if you glance up, if more than 2 seconds, you don't need to see it, I guess. But 36-15, the final score. And I'm going to do some quick tabulations here. And they'll run down the scores for you. Again, these are unofficial. For the Lady Aces on the losing end tonight, their leading scorer was Rosie Schwartz. All of her scoring in the first half. She had 3 buckets and a free throw for 7. It looked like Rosie gimped up her ankle, twisted her ankle or whatever, so she just didn't have quite the mobility and was not playing as well in that second half. Next up, Kennedy Valena with 3 free throws for 3 points tonight. 2 points each for Janice Green, a bucket for 2 in the first half, and Sam Post, a bucket for 2 in the second half. And Reagan Neihart with a free throw for 1 point, and that makes 15. For the Edgerton Bulldogs on the winning end tonight in the 8th grade game, only player in double figures was Casey Leppelmeyer. She wound up with 5 buckets for 10 points tonight. Not far behind her, Faith Herman, 4 in the first half, 4 in the second half for a total of 8. It was 6 points for Allie Cape, 5 points for Lydia Adams, 4 points for Madison Smith, Emma Siebenaller, a bucket for 2, and Carol Piccolo with a free throw in the first half for 1 point. And that, if I remember, that makes 36. And again, these are unofficial, but that's the way it goes. So in the opening night of junior high basketball here at Hicksville High School and junior high, it's a split. The Aces win the 7th grade game, and the Bulldogs take the 8th grade game in the nightcap. Again, final score 36-15. Edgerton beats Hicksville. That's going to wrap it up. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. And again, we're just getting started. A lot of basketball coming your way here on Hicksville Community Television between now and the end of the season. I want to say a thanks once again to the Hicksville Junior High Athletic Department and AED Heidi Brisky for helping us out, getting us our space here for the broadcast. Thanks also to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, our basketball broadcast underwriter here on HIX-TV. With that, we're going to wrap it up. And for Kate Murphy on the camera, I'm Bill Murphy saying good night and good sports.